Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Teemi Pheels. I talk about lifestyle, travels, education, and immigration tips for those who want to do it themselves. Okay, so today I'll talking about the truck driver occupation. And I know it was among the 16 occupations recently added to the Express entry. So I just want to really talk about it because I made a post and people have been asking, oh, how do I start? How do I navigate the process? What do I do? How do I get a job? Am I eligible? So I'm going to address everything here on this video today. So do not go anywhere. Stay tuned and let's finish the video together. That said, if this is your first time coming onto my channel, you are very welcome. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification button so you can know whenever I drop a video. Okay, guys, and for my return subscribers, as usual, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate. Also turn on your notification button and share with your loved ones. Everybody share the video. Let's go together. This is 2023. Thank you guys so much. So let's not waste much of our time. Let's just proceed. Okay. And the first thing I would say for truck driver that you should do is use the come to Canada tool wizard to check your eligibility. Guys, I always say this, that is very, very important. So I'm just going to put the link there. So use it to check your eligibility, to tell you if you're able to, come in temporarily or permanently, whether on visit, study, or through the Express entry or whatever it is. So that way you'll be able to create a profile, and then it will tell you do you want to create an Express entry and all those stuff, that you just take it from there. The next thing I will say you should do is for you to check your CRS score. Now, before you can do that, I'm assuming you must have had your WES assessed, and you must have had your IELTS. So guys, let me just quickly run through this on so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because like I said, I want to break it down so that everybody will be able to understand as much as possible. So let's get to it. Okay, so you start with the check your eligibility. Like I said, just click on it, run it through. So I won't be able to do this because I don't want to waste much of our time, but I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to run through these steps. So you may want to watch that video first before watching, that you want to be able to get that, you're eligible. And then you also watch the next one I'm going to talk about, which is the CRS tool. Okay. The CRS calculator is also very important. So that's called the comprehensive ranking system. Okay. I'll say I'm going to also go through this in a video. I'll probably just merge it together with the other come to Canada too. I'm not sure. I'll decide. Either we just watch out on my channel for these two videos. Watch them first before you start. Okay. I'll also put the links in the description, like I said earlier. Okay. So you've done this, and now you've done this, right? You say, okay, I'm qualified. I'm doing this. What do you do next? You go next and start with WES assessments. You whatever credential you have, maybe is your WAEC, is your NECO, high school degree basically, or maybe you have an OND or HND or first degree, second degree, whatever, master's, PhD, whatever it is that you have. It's very important that you evaluate these degrees that you have. And then once this is WES, is an organization here in Canada. They would help you evaluate, and then they will equate it to the Canadian system. So if you have a BSc, once they assess your credentials, like your transcript, because it will be sent from school, so you have to register first. Once I can't do that now because I would have to do it. So if you are doing that, so you start, get started. You see, they wrote it here: submit your application, receive WES reference. This reference is very important because there's a form you put on it, with the number. Once you register, I think it's about $300 and something, and then you register, and then they give you a reference number. That reference number, you write it on the form, and then you send it to your school to process your transcript. Now, once they process your transcript, the school sends it back to WES, and WES now sends another email back to your school requesting final evaluation. So once the school responds, then you get your report, and then on that report, whatever they state on that report is what you're going to be using. Okay, so if you have a master's program, maybe in Nigeria, it could be equivalent to a master's here, depending on the course outline that you did, in school. So yeah, so basically that's it. Apply, get your West reference, and then submit the documentation. Now, if you are married, make sure that you submit your change of name, and if you're bearing your husband's name and your certificates in your maiden name, just make sure you put all those things together in your application. You're sending it to them. Also, make sure you submit not just your transcript, your certificate, degree certificate itself. It doesn't matter whether it's YA, whatever, just a copy of it, not the original, guys. Copy of it. So once you've done that, you have your report. The next thing is for you to book your IELTS general training. Okay, exam, test booking. That would be, I don't know, wherever you are in the world, just book it. This is coming up because I'm in Canada, right? So yeah, so just book it. It's very easy. There's computer based. I think most people are actually doing computer based lately. So make sure you book that and be prepared for that. There's really no logic to this. It's not that hard, I would say. So just book your session. And if you are not very conversant with the computer delivery mode, tell them that you'd rather prefer to go, with the paper mode. So that said, once you have done all this and you have your report back, then you are now ready to actually go back to that Come to Canada tool and then now create that profile, because remember that you already did your CRS ranking system. Now you only used estimated values, right? But now you have your West, you have your IELTS, you are confirmed, right? So you can now go back. But before you go back, I want us to look at the NOC code. Okay. The NOC code for truck drivers, because we're talking about truck drivers today, right? And remember that I did a video. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. If you are in the express entry pool, you have to truck driver experience. I think you should go and watch. I did a video on how you can update your NOC code. That was before it even came out, because it's not a 5-digit code. We all know that. So you can always go back and check that. So now, for those of you that are very new to this system, they are now using tier 3. I said tier 3, they are now using the tier category, and it ranges from 0 to 5. And let me quickly chip this in now. If you're in Canada and you come in on a temporary work permit, your spouses and your dependents are now eligible to work. Except for those with tier 4 and 5. Every other category from 0 to 3, you can now work. So they even give you examples there. You see, tier 0, please go and watch that video. I already explained it in that video on my channel. Okay. So you see, this is the NOC code. Make sure you have your NOC code ready, because you are going to put it inside your application, like your profile, not application yet now, because you're not even getting yet application, you're inside your profile. So now you want to check, see, just put the first. So if you're going to search, just put, if you're going to search, so now we're here now, you want to search, just put your title, truck driver, see. So the NOC code for truck drivers here now, transport truck drivers, is what? 73300. Okay. So that means that you're eligible for the express entry, because you're under the tier 3 system. So there are other categories as well that are under, truck or bus mechanics, whatever your position is, or your occupation or your job duties, just make sure you are clicking the right thing. And then once you find your NOC code, which is 73300, then you can go back and say, okay, this is my NOC code. But I want to search by NOC code. So I'm searching my NOC code now, because I already got my NOC code, right? So searching my NOC code, you click the NOC 2021 and then version 1, and then put the so I think it was 73300 we saw the other time, right? Put it there, see, transport truck driver, search it, because it's not enough for you to just get your get the NOC code. You also have to see, these are examples of titles, positions that you owe. So if you fall into this, that's good. Even if you do not fall into this, just look at the look at the closest one, and then you can now, just put truck driver, and make sure that your duties are in line. Okay, long haul drivers, short haul, and local transport drivers. So if you are within this, it doesn't matter the position, but make sure that it's similar to this title, and your duties should be in line with this. So it's not enough for you to say, oh, I'm a truck driver. It has to be in line, at least 80% of this. And please do not copy. If you have watched my other video, I'm stressing. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch it. Do not copy word for word, because you will be knocked out. Okay. So if your primary duty is about 80%, that's good. And then you can now come here and look at, okay, what are the employment requirements? Okay, the completion of secondary school, right? On the job training, which many of you under my TikTok have said that you have experience. So, you must have a license. So, a class 1, or A license and all those stuff. These are the things that you're expected to have on the job. And believe that before you can actually be driving that kind of vehicle, you must have those licenses, right? So yeah, so you should have all these, in line with whatever, or whatever is applicable to your country. It just, once they assess it, it has to be in line with this. Okay. So these ones are not delivery service, they are not included, supervisor. No. You must be driving the truck driver. So you've ascertained this. What next? Go back to your creating of profile and create it. For the purpose of this one, let me just quickly see if I can run you guys through it. I'm not doing here, because right now you already have your words, you have your IELTS, and you have your what do you call it now? Your NOC code, because these are major things that you need to have. So you fill the form here. What would you like to do? Do you want to work here? You want to move here? You do that, and stuff like that permanently, and you just put your information and like that. Don't let me waste much time. I will just do that. So that's for those that want to come in through the express entry, that don't know how to go about it. These are the stages that you would just follow at first. So like I said, recap before I move to those that are looking to come to work here as a truck driver. So the first is to find out if you're eligible. Second is to check your CRS, just input with some numbers to see if you would qualify. And then once you see that you qualify, then you can now begin with the WES evaluation, and then you take your high IELTS, and then make sure that you have your what do you call it, your NOC code. And it's not only about having NOC code. Make sure that you have the experience, because you're going to present a reference letter from your employer, at least a minimum of 1 year. Okay, so now that's it for those that want to come in through the PR process directly under the express entry, because I'm really happy for you guys, because I'm proud to know truck drivers were not enlisted as those that could come in through PR directly. But now you guys have this. All stopping you guys, nothing. So go through these steps and you'll be fine. Okay, in less than 6 months you'll be in Canada. Now, for those of you that want to come in to work now, and you're asking me, how can I get a job? I also did a video on my YouTube channel, okay? And it's how you can get a job through the job bank, okay? The truth of the matter is, there's no magic about it. You just have to keep applying, unfortunately. So where are the places that you can actually apply? The major place, like I said, is job bank. This is job bank. I've said it there. Just go there and start searching. This is how it looks like. So find a job, sorry. So what example, this is truck driver. Location, you can just put any location, just because you are just basically looking for a job. So I don't think you should be choosing any location for now. So you see, they have about 2,600 results, So you just, and they will to tell you, truck driver, British Columbia, truck driver, zone placements, there's some agencies that actually do that too. Truck driver, waste connection in Canada. This is new, and it's 80,000. This is Toronto, Caledon Logistics. So Can you imagine? This is really, 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 wow. 95,000 to 137,000. So guys, you don't, there's no two ways about it. You just have to keep applying, because nobody's going to be able to apply for you, unfortunately. And you have to, it's not only about applying, you have to look at what they require. Do they need international experience? Are they hiring international candidates? It can be very challenging, to be able to get a job directly from outside. So that said, if you are opportunity to go through the express entry, honestly, my take is go through the express entry. But if you are not, just keep looking for what other options can you do. Go on Indeed Canada, and go on LinkedIn, create a profile, sell yourself and stuff like that. So guys, basically that's it. So, for more information about this job bank, go on my YouTube channel. You see I did a video there about how you can navigate. I didn't really do truck driver, but I did, like healthcare. But I mean, it's the same process. So you look at each job. Like I said, look at this, came out with 2,696 results. So it can be very challenging. You just have to open it one by one. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Okay. This is verifiable. It's permanent. Start as soon as possible. This would even be good for those that come in, because that are right now in Canada. You can just apply and see if the employer will take you. There are some that will tell you they don't want international candidate, but whatever it is, just try your luck. Just keep applying. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, newcomers, you see here, they'll tell you exactly what they are looking for. Indigenous people, newcomers, Canada, seniors, veterans, youth. So you just have to keep trying and see the one that will be willing to employ international candidates. It's not always very easy, that's the truth, but not giving the shot is like giving up in totality. Okay. That said, I hope you guys enjoyed my video today, and I hope I've been able to clear your doubts or help you navigate the process on how you can actually apply to become a truck driver in Canada. So there are two ways, basically. Like I said, you can either come in directly, which is a good one, and I think you should take advantage of that compared to looking for a job. But again, if you can look for a job and secure a job, an employer to employ you, why not? That's also very good and very awesome. Even if you are coming through the express entry, you can also still be looking for a job, and just tell them that your application is ongoing. It also makes it easier for them to offer you that job. Of course, you have to back it up with your application number and all the stuff, what document that you've submitted. So guys, I hope I was able to help every one of you that have been asking how do I go about it, what do I do. Just check out the links in the description below and in the description section. And guys, if I did justice to this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Comment as well, okay? And thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate. I do not take it for granted. Yes, I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, it's bye for me. See you guys.